and the Aphelios ban coming right after.
Yeah, definitely targeting Elijah Lu there. Iron Dragon of the opinion that Aphelios is a win condition in and of himself if he can get him deep enough into the game. Shenko picked off next.
I wonder, like, if that's actually a pick that they play. But watching Candy and Lai Lu on the Aphelios and the LeBlanc, respectively, seeing them like dominating fashion across the board, it would kind of don't want to see them on that. If you're the opposing team.
Born picked off. Always a good choice if you're not going to play it, in my opinion. He just represents a massive gold advantage later on in the game with his upgraded items.
Not only that, it's just like it's like one of those like ticking time bomb champions where it's like eventually your team will outscale because of that, because of what you just said. And I feel like there's a couple of like ticking time bomb champions like that, like Rise and Vlad, for example.
Rise, Vlad, Aphelios, Ornn,
Jax.
Jax. Oh god, like a late game Jax is just the most oppressive thing, especially if you play like squishy supports.
You just can't get away from that man.
Or
kill him. And then not being able to auto attack him.
Oh yeah, no, just that the staff goes above his head, just FF.
I don't know about a complete FF, but we did see the Ashe coming out. You were starting to say.
I wonder if that's Jungle Morgana, because that's what Iron Dragon lost to yesterday, and it would be, yeah, it could be very triggering if it is. Oh, looks like our graphic is a little messed up. We will be getting that fixed in just a second. There we go. Still just a hair behind. Oh, there's the Thresh updated. The Thresh picked for Lalto Chess. And I'm Candy getting a Syndra out of all this.
The Syndra Thrust Ashe. Which means you got a lot of disengage if you really need it, and plenty of engage between Ashe Thresh. So I'm currently really liking these comps, because then even on the exhibition side we've got Shen for like engage and tank. We've got some Morgana and Vel'Koz for a lot of wave clear and some pick making potential.
The weak fear the shadows.
Dropping out Arcane ban. Now what will Iron Dragon pick off next? What will they pick off next?
I wouldn't be surprised to see them targeting down the ADC bracket here. Yeah, there's the Callista ban. Kind of an odd choice.
Not necessarily. Callista actually does exceptionally well on the competitive scene, but not so much in solo queue, because like people just cannot coordinate well enough with her. But like, don't get me wrong, like Callista is actually a very like sleeper OP champion, in my opinion, anyway.
What's the worst that could happen?
That sounds like a
some Jinx are gonna round off our bans here.
Instead of like stronger champions, I would say. Oh, but there's a Jhin for even more CC to bring to the team. Always like seeing the utility marksman. And now we see what's left on the table with 80 carries and we see a Cassiopeia.
Yeah, Lai Shilu has been known to play cast down bot lane occasionally. It's probably going mid.
So I
I
guess the
don't know what's
Cassio
going
might
on
be the
here.
top laner here.
Yeah,
That would be my guess, seeing as how they've still got the Ashe Thresh for the bot lane, and I'm sure that Syndra's going to be running it mid. Although it could be really anything at this point, with Ashe top lane even, and then running either of those mages with Thresh in the bot. We'll see in a second when
we'll
they start switching
see
around.
if they start switching around.
True, because I mean Ashe top lane wouldn't even be bad with the way that the current like solo queue meta is, if they're gonna run it that way, which I don't know.
Like, Iron Dragon's players are pretty capable. They might just be doing a bunch of role swaps, given that it's this game's outcome has already been determined as a forfeit.
Maybe. Might just be having fun in this game. But seeing the Nami Jin lane is also going to be really fun, because I really like that lane actually. I've played it. I play it a lot myself when I'm playing Nami. But we'll see how this works out, because it seems as though everyone's sticking to their champs.
Yeah, this could be quite curious. I think that Nami Jin is one of my favorite bot lanes as well. I don't play Nami particularly often, but I just love the sheer amount of disengage, healing, peel, all that stuff that you can get out of the Nami and chain it up with Jin's root. Just makes for an absolutely fantastic lane.
That it is, but I'm just curious to see how how these lanes will play out. Seeing as how like most of them are really weird, like top and bot lane are really weird.
Yep. And just to reiterate, this is a forfeit from Apes Together Strong, as they were not able to bring their team into lobby ready to go in time by the end of our threshold for game start, and as such, they are forced to forfeit the game. Even though their jungle did eventually show up, he was too late, and punctuality is a very important part of our League series, and we wish to make sure that that remains a part of that.
That's real. I'm also like really getting called out here in chat for some reason by somebody who's not even a great player. No, I'm kidding. But it's just really funny to me. I really like interacting with chat.
I don't know. I once saw that guy 1v7 all by himself.
I've never seen such a thing.
Unfortunately, by that I mean he died 7 times and only got 1 kill.
I've definitely seen that. I've seen that plenty of times from him. I've also seen the 0 and 10, the 0 and 10 power spike on Yasuo from him. I've seen that too. But let's take a quick look at oh, we haven't even caught up with the spectator delay, which means I can't even talk about rune choices yet. Feels bad, man. We'll get there in another 30 seconds.
Yeah, we are very enthusiastic to get started this morning.
This is fine. Uh-oh, seems as though that guy is also doing even more with the chat.
It's okay, that guy. I don't like my beard either. But I like my soft chin even less, and so we roll with the beard.
We do what we must, as Lee Sin says. Or is it Master Yi? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Lee Sin.
I have no idea. I don't play near enough jungle to tell you the answer to that.
I don't know. I just know these things like random quotes of champions and things like that.
All right. Just that overgrowth on Thresh. That's normal. Most of these look pretty standard. Lethal Tempo, Ashe, Guardian Thresh, my bad. Phase Rush on Syndra, Conquer on Cass, Conquer on J4, Aftershock Shin, Phase Rush Morgana, Comet Vel'Koz, Fleet Footwork on Jin, of course, and Aerie on Nami. I do prefer Aerie on Nami, although I sometimes see Arcane Comet on her sometimes, and I strongly disagree.
I also strongly disagree with the arcane comment, Nami. I don't really appreciate that one. It's always got to be the summon Aerie or you're actually griefing. At least in my opinion, I feel like you're griefing. But
Yeah, she just
the
doesn't scale hard enough for Comet, I think.
nah, she hasn't built enough AP for it. But as far as like Syndra goes, like the phase rush, it's just one of those things where it keeps her extremely safe, and she's able to proc that very easily with her abilities as long as she's got mana. But it seems as though Iron Dragons has like almost across the board switched up all of their roles. I could be wrong.
Lego Jinjigo saying that he prefers playing with Guardian Nami.
I mean, Guardian Nami is fine, especially like after the buffs that they gave to it. So I mean, it's not bad anymore to run on Enchanter supports. But I just feel like Enchanter supports they perform better with Aerie than they do on Guardian. Guardian is just like an extra shield in case you like actually need it. But like 9 times out of 10 when you're playing the Enchanter support like that, it's just not necessary, especially with when you're bringing all that extra healing. Like bringing the extra damage and having the slightly smaller shield than that on a shorter cooldown is I think is more worth it. But we're gonna get right into this game. Hopefully we see a 5-point start. Almost, not quite, but we're close.
A brief pause here as we had a pseudo disconnect. It
Teams are
quickly
dancing
fixed
around each other
itself.
here. But it does seem that it's going to be a very boring early game, only dropping a single ward in that top pixel brush, but that seems to be about it.
No invade. Very disappointed in you guys.
Why are you disappointed? I don't like watching invades because then they all turn into clown fiestas.
Exactly. That's the whole
No,
point.
no, I want to watch some clean classic League of Legends.
No, get your level 1 cheese in.
No, just play the game. Relying on cheese is not the way. It's not consistent.
Speaking
It's
of
not
cheese, up
reliable.
top lane we got a little bit of cheese going on. Pineapple Scrub just kind of waiting in the bush for the cast to come up. Oh, Hook lands down bot lane. SJ capping in here, gonna have to flash out, eating a ton of damage for that.
No, not having that flash for the first 6 minutes of the game, or for the first really 6 minutes, yeah, for the game is not ideal. But because SJ Captain is on the Nami, we'll most likely be able to heal that back up before another hook lands, if it does land. Although in this lane, I probably would have opted for a little bit more sustain here. I have to reorder my scoreboard.
Yeah, I just had to do the same thing. Still a little bit in shock by Iron Dragon's decision to mix it up so liberally.
Swapping four out of the 5 players' roles. And putting Candy on something that I don't know if they're used to,
Ooh,
but
got a
check.
deep invade here. Sinaw's getting super low here, but will eventually get out. Oh, but First Blood going into bot lane. Ain't your mommy pick him to kill all the Thresh.
I just think it's interesting that when the other times that we've seen the Morgana jungle this split so far, we've only seen we haven't seen the Black Shield picked up that early, and it turns out the Black Shield is actually what keeps Senna alive here. Because getting hit by the knockback from Canty Syndra, definitely would have spelt death. able to land the root here in the bot lane. Double CC up. Corey Trevor walking up, and the flash being blown from Ancient Mommy, almost getting taken down from the grenade, from the bouncing grenade. Being forced to back, and Sign is looking to take these Raptors away while their own Raptors are getting taken away from Low to Chess.
Yeah, either a good read here or just both had the same thought simultaneously. I'm not sure.
It's more of it makes sense to do that because you would assume that vertical jungling would be the staple of this game right now from the way that that invade went.
Speaking of jungles, got a jungle fight going up top lane. Laltochess trying to gank, but falling just a little bit short. Pineapple Scrub getting out just fine.
Also,
but Syna's down bot lane.
Might go for a really behind the back gank here. There is vision on both of those, so probably will not opt for it. Running right into the chest here.
Blast Cone's gonna not help in this case. Syna getting super low here. Will eventually die to the dot of red buff.
It's just a really aggressive invade without really any prio from mid lane. Shadow Jumper completely out of mana. And getting pushed into the tower. I think going for the Krugs was just a little greedy, but Iron Dragon's just rewarded with a kill there.
Laltochess looking to gank down bot lane now. Isn't Warden and Corey Trevor and SJ Capping are still playing like they know, so definitely picking up the read on the jungle coming through.
And Elijah Lu just able to run down Pineapple Scrub. Pineapple here.
Laltochess still on the backside, but here's a roam down from Shadow Jumper. And your mommy's in real danger here. Although the fight seems to be turning, I don't even know what all happened there.
And Senna just getting thrown apart down there, or getting torn apart by the Elisha Lu's Cassiopeia. That level 4 to level 6 difference, really showing there.
Dark finding lands onto Laltochess, and that will spell the end. The kill going over to Shadow Jumper. Getting a little extra gold in his pocket as Syna will pick up his own blue buff and look to at least get a ward on Drag here. Ain't Your Mommy going deep into the enemy lines, trying to get a pick onto Vel'Koz here. Shadow Jumper just kind of skirting away from it just fine. And we'll get out. Ain't Your Mommy going back down to bot lane. This team swap up is really throwing me for a loop. It's hard to keep track as I am not saying names that I'm used to saying and roles that I'm not used to seeing.
And it's just wild how the 2 kills that really accelerates the Laichalu's Cassio build, because going with the double scaling of the Rod of Ages and the tier. Doesn't seem like Pineapple can do a whole lot, especially like if she lands that Q and giving all that extra move speed.
Syna positioning for a mid gank here. I find this questionable. I feel like he should probably be focused a little bit more towards bot lane, as the Ashe and Thresh combo down bot lane is almost perpetually pushed here.
Now, there's a lot of vision for Iron Dragons on that bot side of the map, but not so much on the top side. Just enough to spot out Senna here at the Scuttle Crab, which will be smited away from low to chest.
Ooh, stun goes down onto Shadow Jumper. He's going to get a fair bit of damage here from Iron Candy.
Able to
But
return
after some...
After some what?
Oh, I need more coffee.
Losing your chain of
good
thought?
stun. Yep. Alright, Psyduck coming in top lane here. Gonna get spotted out by the pink ward. Gonna take a second to clear it out. Ooh, but I'm Candy in a super inopportune position. Auto chess here, though. Cataclysm goes down. Lots of damage bouncing back to the side of Pineapple Scrub, who is just barely going to get out. Shutdown goes off as... I'm not real sure what killed him. But Sina going to get picked off. Cassiopeia getting another kill, accelerating that ultra late game build that he's been working on.
And Candy was picked off by Shadow Jumper there after flashing into the Baron pit. Going 1-for-1 in that trade, but it seems as though we are looking towards the mid lane once again with Lolda Chess coming in to see if he can get anything done. With no ultimate available, there's no way he can get 2 Shadow Jumper freely.
It's a Vel'Koz with a blue buff. That's mildly intimidating.
The CS differences across the board are not really all that much, except for mid and top, where top is down, or Lajalu is up about 30 CS, and mid about also another 30 CS go in favor of Candy, which is kind of negated by Shadow Jumper's 3 kills, but yeah.
A lot of chess hovering around here bot lane, looking to maybe get a gank in. We'll be spotted out by a ward in the river, though.
Senna coming in, unable to find anything.
Drag will be picked up here, pretty well uncontested by Iron Dragon.
And Lajalu just absolutely abusing Pineapple here in the top lane.
Yeah, Lajalu already completed his run of ages here at the 12-minute mark. Is going to be able to put down a whole lot of harass and only get stronger over time.
Rift Herald is picked up here by Senna, so
Pineapple Scrub getting really aggressive here has his teammate with him, but Lai Lu looking to maybe get the 2v1. I'm Candy comes in from the backside. Hourglass used to try to stay, or stopwatch used to try to stay alive from Pineapple Scrub. Ooh, that's a Shadow Jumper really putting in a lot of damage there. Pineapple Scrub getting the kill in the end, but definitely with the help of the Vel'Koz. And Rift Herald will be dropped up top lane.
Lol is just spotted out here with a pink ward, but unable to make anything happen. Right before the tower plates go off, which means they do not get any extra gold for that Rift Herald use. Unless they're able to pick off the tower, which they will be. They do get the first tower gold, but do not get any tower plates to go with it. Which does bring quite a bit of gold back into the side of this exhibition team here. The adaptive helm has been finished by Pineapple as well, which means that he should be able to do, or to be able to tank Lai Lu a little bit better. Blue buff given over to Candy.
A brief little delay here, as it would appear the jungle of the exhibition team is having some connection issues. We've been informed that there's currently a storm at his current location, so that may be a fair bit of the issue. Ooh, some fancy plays going up top lane. Lai Lu going super hard. But Pineapple Scrub is just incredibly tanky at the moment and able to chunk him down pretty effectively. Lala Chess looking to get in on the action. Pineapple Scrub duking it out with two members of Team Iron Dragon. Will eventually fall here. Lai Lu picking up the kill as that repeated damage from the cast will eventually just tear through all the health and resistance of the Shin.
And it was just really interesting to see how the usage of the Shadow Dash from Pineapple, because Lotus Chest was actually able to interrupt the Shadow Dash, which is really what caused that. And then Pineapple, I guess, agreeing a little bit on the Shen W there.
Fight coming down bot lane. That's a big stun on the Cyana. It's going to get super low. I'm Candy looking to duke it out, but there's a Vel'Koz in the back line. It's going to ult into a ton of damage. Hacksaw just auto-attacking into Corey Trevor, eventually getting the kill, but can he 2v1 the Vel'Koz? Looks like he'll take the Thresh Lantern out as TP comes down from Pineapple Scrub. A lot of chests just kind of zoning the enemy team, keeping the ADC and the Thresh alive. A bit of a wild hook there, but power to you.
Now the key to that whole fight was just the choice to turn, or the choice not to turn onto Haxel's Ashe there, because I feel if that at least Haxel would have went down in between the three champions that were sitting there, between Shadow Jumper, between Corey Trevor, and between SJ Captain, but Corey Trevor just kept kiting it towards Ancient Mommy's Thresh and just was unable to find that kill.
Now, speaking of kills, Lai Lu, a little bit too deep into the enemy jungle, will get picked off here. Rather unfortunate for him, but not nearly enough vision to keep himself safe. Iron Dragon will pick up another dragon, though. That guy giving a shout out in chat claiming that Pineapple moves better than Browning on him. Really
Hilarious.
setting an aggressive tone for the chat.
Hilarious.
Speaking of moves, a lot of chat's looking down here bot lane. SJ Capping and Corey Trevor a little caught out here. But Namiot will go down and interrupt that. A lot of chests will drop the Cataclysm. Lots of damage coming through. Thresh Hook onto the Jhin guarantees that both the members of Team Exhibition will die here. And that was a very well executed gank from the normal support of Team Iron Dragon. Meanwhile, up top lane, Sayana getting a wonderful gank off of his own. Black Shield keeping him safe from the cast ult, and Pineapple Scrub will pick up that kill.
Worth noting that Haxel's Ash Arrow came in across the map and didn't hit anything, so that will be down for the next 80-ish seconds.
Nope, got a nice fight going down into the red side bot jungle. Great stun coming in from I'm Candy, resulting in a double kill. Lolachess not done with this fight, wants to get in on Shadow Jumper, but Shadow Jumper will be able to walk away. J4 ult still not quite up, I think. Yeah, just shy of it. But this tower should fall, as Your Mommy is going to go super deep here, wants this fight. But we'll have his mind changed for him by the Morgana.
Yeah, I was like, surprisingly, Shadow Jumper didn't use his ultimate there with alongside the Morgana bind just to absolutely blow up Lola's chest there. Probably was looking for a better opportunity where he could hit multiple people with
Morgana binds. Lai Lu taking the 2v1 here and winning so far. That's a lot of damage. Lolochess is up here as well, but Jhin ult is going to dissuade the continuation of this fight.
Despite only a 5-kill difference, this 6k gold lead is definitely in favor of Iron Dragons with the 2 towers to go alongside it.
Game's kind of slowing down here a little bit, maybe. Lots of just quick jungle skirmishes as members are caught out trying to get vision.
And this is definitely not what Team Exhibition wants, is for the game to slow down because it gives time for the Ashe and the Cassiopeia to really come online. Actually,
Well,
the Cass is already online.
that.
Having finished the Seraph's Embrace, the Rod of Ages, and also the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, it's real difficult. To stop the Cassio as far as damage now.
Another skirmish down in the bot side jungle as both teams start looking at Dragon Pit here. Meanwhile, that cast is just free farming and running it down top. That's kind of scary. As Team Exhibition will start to position onto this dragon, looking to get it quick. Yep, Smite goes down. Corey Trevor looking to get some harass down as they back to try to stop this Cassiopeia from taking top tower.
At the cost of Pineapple's teleport, it seems as though they will. Hmm. It does seem as though Zanya's hourglass is coming out for
Ooh, big
pineapple.
hookup there in the top, or in the top side jungle. Thresh getting that kill secured onto SJ capping on support. You hate to see it.
Oh yeah.
Just as a
Yeah,
support main, you want to get some vision for your team, and boom, you get caught up by chain CC, and you're just dead.
it's one of those things you just can't do alone. At this point into the game.
Elijah Lu looking up here towards the top lane, wants to duke it out, Pineapple Scrub. The dot will go on to him, and that is a lot of damage very quickly. That is a quick solo kill for Elijah Lu on that absolutely massive Cassiopeia. Looks like Iron Dragon is going to take Baron here and look to close out the game immediately afterwards.
Only having lost one tower as opposed to the 4 of Team Exhibition, it seems as though they're going to be able to walk through here.
Big stun into ult from I'm Candy there, taking out the jungle of Team Exhibition. Cyanide getting popped pretty aggressively. Lots of Team Exhibition looking up here towards top side.
And a lot of resources just used.
Oh, there's another ult. Knockup goes down. Elijah Luke popping ult in response. Will eventually fall. But it took 3 members. Corey Trevor is going to fall to the Syndra of I Am Candy here in mid lane as Sidon is forced to flash away from the enemy team. Ooh, good hook.
And with 3 members down for another 20 seconds, will they go for one of these towers? It seems as though they will. Oh, no Syndra ult available. Make sure that Shadow Jumper stays alive.
Oof.
Is
The
able
dot
to pick
will
up
kill.
Fish.
Ooh, Lava Chest with a big Cataclysm, catching out 3 members there. But Shadow Jumper returning with his own ult is going to pick up another kill. That cast is going to fall as he manages to predict the Zonia end time perfectly and deal plenty of damage. This game's not quite over just yet.
Although with the Nexus towers, and it seems as though the top inhibitor most likely will be going down to all of those minions. No, looks like it'll be saved just in time. Some interesting ward placement across the map right now. But it seems as though Iron Dragons is just going to group up in the mid with 4 and allow the Casio to do what she wants.
Interesting Ash ult.
Yeah, Hexel's Ash ults have been really not landing at all this game without the assistance of somebody else.
We're going to call those creative.
Oh, flash hook landing from Ancient Mommy, causing Shadow Jumper to go down right away. Asterisk happen, and then it seems as though Sin is also going to, which means that this is going to spell the very, very end of this game. Unable to do anything without their damage source of Shadow Jumper to return.
Oof.
Starting off with a wonderful flash hook from Ancient Mommy.
And with that, that will spell the end of the game, as Lolochess will get a little bit too early into the enemy nexus, or into the enemy spawn, and die.
Now let's see. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but yeah, as an exhibition game, it was a fun one to watch, with the win still going to Iron Dragons at the end of the day. So, with that, we do have more coming up today in game 2 of today. We have Trigger Happy versus... Why is the name escaping me? We have Smug Club versus Trigger Happy. My bad. But we will be right back. We do have a couple of wonderful things, hopefully a highlight maybe to show in between. But we will be back for game 2.